My sister raised her glass and said, "Cheers to the Wilsons, except for Emily, the failure of the family who only has money." My parents laughed. Then I raised my glass and said, "To the failure who will stop paying for your wedding." Let me just start by saying, family dinners are basically unpaid. Reality TV. Everyone's messy. Nobody gets canceled. And somehow you end up eating pie while contemplating arson. This particular dinner was to celebrate my sister Hannah and her fiancé Chad. Yes, his name is Chad. Yes, he looks like the kind of guy who believes Cryptobro is a personality trait. Anyway, we're all gathered around the table. My parents, who consider themselves refined but still pronounce quinoa like it rhymes with Iowa. My sister, who has been the golden child since birth, and me, Emily the failure. To be clear, I'm not actually a failure. I run my own business, make more money than my parents combined, and own a house that doesn't smell like mothballs and repressed dreams. But because I didn't marry a dentist and produce 2.5 blonde children by 30, I am apparently the disappointment. Now on to the main event. We're clinking glasses, celebrating Hannah's engagement. Everyone's fake smiling. And then my sister stands up with her champagne, flute like she's giving a TED talk on narcissism. She clears her throat. Cheers to the Wilsons, except for Emily, the failure of the family, who only has money. The table erupts in laughter. My parents chuckle like she just delivered peak Netflix stand-up. Even Chad does. This smirk like he doesn't still live in his mom's basement. I sit there swirling my champagne like a Bond villain. Calm, calculated, deadly. I raise my glass. Slowly, the way royalty waves at peasants. Well, I say sweetly, cheers to the failure who will stop paying for your wedding. You could hear the oxygen leave the room. My mom gasped so loud she could have powered a Dyson vacuum. Hannah's jaw hit the floor like she'd just been evicted from heaven. "Emily, what you mean?" My dad croaked. "Oh, did I not mention?" I smiled. I was covering the $30,000 deposit for Hannah's fairy tale barn wedding. But I guess failures don't fund weddings anymore. I sipped my champagne. My bad. Hannah shrieked like I'd canceled Christmas. "You can't just back out now. The venue is already booked." "Oh, but I can," I replied very serenely, like I just discovered meditation. See, I may be a failure, but I read contracts, the deposits in my name, not yours. Meaning, I tilted my head. No money, no barn. Unless you'd prefer a backyard potluck with Costco. Chad finally spoke. This is so immature. I turned to him, coming from a man who once Venmo requested me $475 for a Chipotle burrito you forgot you ate. Silence. Absolute silence. My mom tried to mediate. "Emily, you've always been dramatic. Can't you just let this go for the family sake?" "Oh, you mean like Hannah just did when she humiliated me in front of everyone, or when you laughed instead of defending me?" "Yeah, I'll pass." My dad tried reasoning. "But it's her wedding and it was my money," I said. Funny how generosity becomes entitlement the second you say no. Hannah turned red. "You're ruining everything." "No, darling," I said, leaning back with my glass. "I'm simply teaching you that if you bite the hand that feeds you, it stops feeding." The rest of dinner was awkwardly silent. Nobody touched dessert. Hannah sat there fuming like a kettle about to blow. Chad scrolling on his phone like maybe another cryptocoin would save him. And me, I felt lighter than I had in years because finally, I wasn't playing the family doormat anymore. A week later, I got an email from Hannah, a pitiful attempt at an apology, though it read more like a Yelp review of my personality. I responded with 2 words, Request. Denied. The venue called me shortly. After asking if I wanted to keep the date or cancel, I decided to keep it for myself. I'm hosting a charity gala there instead. And yes, Hannah is not invited. Here's the thing. People will only treat you like a failure if you keep showing up to play the role. The second you set boundaries and pull the rug out, suddenly they're the one scrambling. So, no, I'm not the failure of the family. I'm the reminder that karma sometimes wears heels, drinks champagne, and knows how to read a contract. And to that, I'll raise a glass any.